The Toltec path, as described by Carlos Castaneda and others, offers profound insights into the nature of human experience and personal transformation. One of the central practices of this tradition is recapitulation, a powerful method for reclaiming lost energy, freeing yourself from the weight of the past, and fostering deep self awareness. Unlike purely meditative or psychological approaches, recapitulation blends an energetic understanding of the human experience with a commitment to emotional and mental clarity. It invites practitioners to revisit their life, not for nostalgia or regret, but to untangle themselves from the emotional and energetic bonds that keep them tethered to unresolved moments, people, or experiences. The Toltec practice of recapitulation is deeply rooted in a unique understanding of energy, personal power, and the nature of human attachments. It is more than a spiritual exercise, it is a philosophy that recognizes how life's experiences, relationships, and emotions leave energetic imprints that can delete vitality and bind individuals to the past. To fully grasp the transformative potential of recapitulation, it is essential to explore its conceptual foundations. These include the Toltec view of personal power as a finite and precious resource, the energetic consequences of unresolved attachments, and the profound importance of reclaiming your sovereignty. By understanding these principles, we can see how recapitulation offers not only a path to healing, but also a way to restore balance and live with greater clarity and purpose. Central to the Toltec worldview is the idea of personal power, a finite yet essential energy that fuels all aspects of life, from physical vitality to emotional resilience and spiritual growth. The Toltecs understood this power not as an abstract concept, but as a tangible resource that each individual may manage wisely to achieve freedom and mastery over their existence. Personal power is what enables individuals to act with intention, make conscious choices, and live authentically. However, in the course of everyday life, this energy often becomes scattered or entangled in ways that diminish its availability, leaving individuals feeling depleted, stuck, or disconnected. The loss of personal power occurs through various channels, most notably unresolved emotional entanglements, habitual thought patterns, and unprocessed experiences. Every time a person becomes emotionally invested in an interaction, whether through love, anger, guilt, or fear, they unconsciously transfer a portion of their energy to that moment, person, or memory. Over time, these unresolved attachments create invisible cords that tether individuals to their past, gradually depleting their energy reserves. The Toltecs believed that reclaiming this lost energy is essential for restoring balance and regaining the ability to live fully in the present moment. This can, however, go beyond emotional investment and is often seen as simply bringing someone into our awareness and vice versa. Through that simple awareness, we connect energetically to people and pass our power back and forth. It is this energetic connection that holds people and places in our own reality. However, you will find that the stronger bonds are those that hold the strongest memory. Another key aspect of personal power in the Toltec worldview is its relationship to freedom. The Toltecs saw human life as a journey toward liberation from self imposed limitations, many of which stem from the energetic weight of past experiences. Personal power is the fuel for this journey, enabling individuals to break free from patterns of unconscious behavior and external influence. Without it, people remain trapped in cycles of reactivity, unable to move beyond their conditions, responses, and live with true autonomy. By recognizing the finite nature of personal power and the ways it becomes dissipated, the Toltecs developed practices like recapitulation to retrieve and consolidate this vital energy. Through this process, individuals not only restore their energetic vitality, but also cultivate greater awareness of how they expend their power in daily life. In this way, the Toltec understanding of personal power forms the foundation for a life of intentionality, balance, and spiritual growth. In the Toltec tradition, attachments are seen as one of the primary ways personal power becomes entangled and drained. These attachments form through emotional investments in people, places, events, or even ideas, creating energetic cords that bind individuals to the past. While these bonds are a natural part of human experience, their lingering effects can be deeply disruptive. Unresolved emotions such as anger, guilt, longing, or regret anchor these attachments, leaving fragments of energy tied to moments that no longer serve the individual. The result is a scattering of our vital energy, which diminishes the capacity to act with clarity and intention in the present. The Toltecs viewed these energetic cords as invisible threads that link individuals to past interactions and relationships. For instance, an unresolved conflict might leave a person energetically tethered to someone long after the physical interaction has ended. Similarly, nostalgic or traumatic memories can create subtle yet persistent drains on energy, as the emotions tied to them continue to occupy mental and emotional space. Over time, these attachments create a cumulative burden, limiting the individual's ability to be fully present and responsive to new experiences. Attachments also distort perception and behavior as they subtly influence how individuals respond to current situations. For example, someone carrying unresolved pain from a past relationship might unconsciously project those feelings onto new relationships, repeating cycles of hurt or mistrust. In this way, attachments not only deplete energy but also perpetuate patterns of unconscious reactivity, preventing personal growth and freedom. The practice of recapitulation addresses this energetic entanglement by offering a method to identify, acknowledge, and release these attachments. By revisiting memories and emotions with conscious awareness, practitioners can sever the energetic cords that bind them to the past. This process is not about erasing experiences, but about reclaiming the energy invested in them, allowing the individual to integrate those experiences without remaining tethered to their emotional weight. In doing so, recapitulation restores a sense of lightness, clarity, and vitality, empowering individuals to move forward, unburdened by the energetic residue of their attachments. Beyond its energetic implications, the Toltec practice of recapitulation holds a profound psychological significance. It is not only a process of retrieving scattered energy, but also a powerful means of healing the mind and emotions. By revisiting past experiences with conscious intent, recapitulation provides an opportunity to confront and process unresolved emotions, dissolve lingering pain, and break free from patterns of thought and behavior rooted in the past. This practice allows individuals to integrate their memories into a cohesive narrative, fostering self awareness and inner harmony. Understanding this psychological dimension of recapitulation reveals its capacity to guide practitioners toward emotional liberation and deeper self understanding, making it a cornerstone of personal transformation. The Toltec practice of recapitulation is a profound tool for psychological healing, offering individuals a structured way to confront and reconcile their past. The human mind has a tendency to suppress or avoid painful experiences, leaving unresolved emotions buried beneath the surface. These unprocessed emotions, whether anger, shame, guilt, or grief, linger in the psyche, influencing behavior and perpetuating cycles of emotional reactivity. Recapitulation creates a space to consciously revisit these moments, allowing for a deep release and integration that leads to genuine healing. Healing from the past begins with acknowledgement, The act of revisiting memories in the practice of recapitulation is not about reliving trauma, but about observing it with clarity and detachment. This process enables individuals to see their experiences without the distortion of unchecked emotions or subconscious avoidance. By bringing these memories into conscious awareness, a practitioner can release the emotional charge tied to them, freeing themselves from the psychological weight they carry. This healing extends beyond the individual moments being recapitulated. Often, unresolved experiences from the past create self limiting beliefs or patterns of behavior that shape a person's identity. For example, a moment of perceived failure might lead to a long standing belief of inadequacy, or a painful relationship could create mistrust and fear of intimacy. Through recapitulation, individuals can identify these patterns and trace them back to their origins, breaking the hold they have over their present lives. By understanding the root causes of their emotional pain, practitioners gain the freedom to rewrite those narratives and step into a more empowered sense of self. Additionally, recapitulation fosters compassion and forgiveness, both for yourself and for others. Confronting the past with conscious awareness often reveals the complexities of situations and relationships, softening the edges of resentment or self blame. In recognizing that all individuals act within their own limitations, practitioners can find the emotional closure necessary to heal. This forgiveness does not justify harmful actions, but releases the emotional hold they have on the psyche, allowing for genuine freedom and peace. Ultimately, healing from the past through recapitulation is a process of transformation. It clears the mind of emotional residue, fosters a deeper understanding of yourself, and creates space for new possibilities. By addressing the psychological wounds of the past, practitioners not only liberate themselves from its weight, but also cultivate the emotional resilience needed to navigate life with clarity and strength. Emotional residue, the lingering imprint of unprocessed feelings tied to past experiences, is a subtle yet powerful force that influences thoughts, behaviors, and relationships. In the Toltec tradition, this residue is seen as a primary obstacle to personal freedom, weighing down the mind and heart with unresolved emotions such as anger, regret, or sorrow. Recapitulation provides a means to dissolve this residue, enabling individuals to release the emotional charge tied to memories and reclaim their inner equilibrium. At its core, dissolving emotional residue involves acknowledging and fully experiencing the emotions that have been suppressed or ignored. Often, unresolved emotions linger because they were never given the space to be fully felt or understood. Instead, they remain locked in the subconscious, subtly shaping our reactions to new experiences. Recapitulation invites practitioners to revisit these moments with conscious awareness, allowing the emotions to surface in a safe and intentional manner. This process of witnessing emotions without judgment or attachment is key to their dissolution. The practice also helps to untangle the complex web of emotions that often accompanies significant life events. For instance, a single memory might carry layers of feelings such as anger intertwined with grief or shame mixed with longing. By consciously examining these layers, individuals can gain clarity about their emotional responses, identifying what is theirs to own and what may have been imposed by others. This clarity enables the practitioner to disentangle themselves from the emotional complexity, reducing its influence over their present state of being. Dissolving emotional residue through recapitulation not only lightens the emotional burden, but also fosters a deeper sense of emotional resilience. As practitioners release the weight of unresolved feelings, they create space for new emotional experiences that are no longer colored by the pain of the past. This process enhances their ability to respond to life's challenges with greater presence and emotional stability, free from the echoes of old wounds. Moreover, this release has a transformative impact on relationships. Emotional residue often carries over into interactions with others, shaping perceptions and dynamics in ways that are neither conscious nor constructive. By dissolving this residue, individuals can engage with others more authentically, free from the projections and triggers rooted in past experiences. This not only deepens their connections, but also fosters a sense of liberation in how they relate to the world. In the Toltec tradition, the act of dissolving emotional residue is a profound act of self-care and liberation. It allows individuals to shed the emotional weight that no longer serves them, fostering clarity, peace, and an open heart. Through recapitulation, the practitioner is empowered to move forward unburdened, embracing life with renewed energy and emotional freedom. One of the most profound psychological effects of recapitulation is its ability to shift the practitioner's perspective. Memories are rarely static. They are dynamic constructs filtered through the emotions, beliefs, and experiences that shape an individual over time. Often, this filtering distorts past events, causing individuals to carry narratives that reinforce pain, resentment, or self limiting beliefs. The practice of recapitulation, however, invites a reevaluation of these narratives, allowing individuals to see their past through a lens of clarity and understanding. At the heart of this shift is the ability to adopt an observer's mindset. By revisiting memories intentionally and without emotional reactivity, the practitioner steps outside the subjective experience of the past and begins to view it from a more detached, objective vantage point. This detachment is not about denying or diminishing the significance of past events, but about creating the space needed to see them more truthfully. From this perspective, what may have seemed like insurmountable pain or injustice can often be reframed as moments of growth, learning, or even liberation. Shifting perspective through recapitulation also enables individuals to break free from victimhood. The Toltecs recognized that many people remain trapped in their past, replaying stories where they were wronged or powerless. While these feelings may have been valid at the time, holding on to them perpetuates a sense of helplessness. Recapitulation empowers practitioners to reclaim their agency by examining how they contributed to or responded to events, and more importantly, by recognizing their ability to move beyond these experiences. This shift from seeing yourself as a victim to becoming a conscious participant in your own life is a cornerstone of the healing process. Additionally, recapitulation fosters empathy and a broader understanding of others. As practitioners revisit memories with greater awareness, they often begin to see the motivations and limitations of the people involved in their past. This insight can soften feelings of anger or resentment, replacing them with compassion or neutrality. Recognizing that others acted according to their own circumstances and understanding does not excuse harmful behavior, but it allows the practitioner to release the emotional hold it has over them. Finally, this shift in perspective extends to the practitioner's view of themselves. Through recapitulation, individuals often uncover patterns of thought and behavior that they were previously unaware of, both strengths and limitations. This heightened self awareness fosters a more balanced and authentic self perception, freeing them from the distorted views shaped by unresolved emotions or external judgments. By seeing themselves more clearly, practitioners can embrace their wholeness, imperfections, and all with great self compassion and acceptance. Ultimately, shifting perspective through recapitulation is a transformative process that liberates the mind from old, restrictive ways of seeing the world and yourself. It allows individuals to rewrite the narratives that define their lives, opening the doors to new possibilities and a deeper sense of empowerment. This expanded view becomes a foundation for living with intention, clarity, and an open heart, unshackled by the limited stories of the past. The practice of recapitulation is more than a tool for reclaiming energy or resolving past wounds. It is a gateway to profound transformation. Through this method, practitioners not only heal their emotional and psychological selves, but also realign with their personal power and step into a more authentic way of being. The transformative achievements of recapitulation are far reaching. By severing energetic ties, dissolving emotional residue, and shifting perspectives, individuals create the conditions for clarity, empowerment, and inner harmony. One of the most immediate and transformative outcomes of recapitulation is the reclamation of energy and the ability to fully inhabit the present moment. The Toltec worldview understands personal power as finite, with fragments of it scattered and depleted through emotional entanglements, unresolved memories, and habitual thought patterns. When energy remains tied to the past, it leaves the individual unable to fully engage with the present, diminishing their capacity to act with clarity and intention. Recapitulation offers a pathway to retrieve this dispersed energy, restoring vitality and fostering a deep sense of presence. Regaining energy begins with identifying the moments where power was unconsciously given away. These moments often include emotionally charged experiences such as conflicts, regrets, or attachments. Through recapitulation, the practitioner disentangles themselves from the emotional weight of these memories, severing the energetic cords that keep their vitality tethered to the past. This act of release not only liberates energy but also clears the mental and emotional clutter that obscures the practitioner's awareness. As energy is reclaimed, the individual begins to experience a renewed sense of vitality and focus. With fewer distractions, pulling them into the past and projecting them into an imagined future, they can anchor themselves more fully in the present moment. This presence is a cornerstone of Toltec wisdom, as it is the present that we can act with intention, make conscious choices, and connect with life's deeper flow. The reclamation of energy allows practitioners to align their thoughts, emotions, and actions, creating a state of harmony that empowers them to live with greater authenticity and purpose. This renewed presence also transforms how individuals engage with their daily lives. Freed from the emotional residue and mental noise of unresolved experiences, practitioners can approach each moment with clarity and openness. Relationships become more genuine as interactions are no longer colored by the shadows of the past. Creative pursuits flourish as the mind is unburdened and able to focus fully on the task at hand. Even mundane activities take on a new richness as the practitioner's awareness is no longer divided. Ultimately, regaining energy and presence through recapitulation is not merely a return to a baseline state or being, but an elevation to a higher level of awareness and vitality. It allows individuals to reclaim their power, not only to heal from the past, but to fully participate in the unfolding of their lives. In doing so, they embody the Toltec principle of living as a warrior, awake, present, and aligned with the flow of existence. Freedom from the past is one of the most profound and liberating achievements of recapitulation. In the Toltec tradition, the past is not viewed as a static series of events, but as a living force that continues to shape the present through unresolved emotions, attachments, and ingrained patterns. These lingering influences often bind individuals to cycles of pain, regret, or limitation, preventing them from fully embracing the present or envisioning new possibilities for the future. Through recapitulation, practitioners release the hold these past experiences have over them, achieving a sense of freedom that is both psychological and spiritual. This freedom begins with the act of conscious remembrance. By revisiting significant moments from the past with focused intent, individuals break these subconscious patterns that keep these memories alive in the form of emotional triggers or habitual responses. The process is not about erasing the past, but about disentangling from it, allowing the practitioners to see their experiences with clarity and without the distortion of unresolved emotions. In doing so, they reclaim their power to respond to life as it unfolds, rather than reactions from the residue of old wounds. Recapitulation also dissolves the narratives that keep individuals trapped in cycles of victimhood or self limitation. Many people unconsciously carry stories about their past, stories that define who they are, what they are capable of, and how the world works. These narratives often stem from unresolved pain or unexamined beliefs, creating a sense of inevitability or helplessness. By consciously revisiting and releasing the past, practitioners gain the perspective needed to rewrite these stories, transforming them into sources of insight and empowerment. This shift allows them to approach life with a sense of possibility, unburdened by the weight of what has been. The freedom achieved through recapitulation also extends to relationships. Emotional attachments to people or events from the past often shape how individuals engage with others in the present, creating patterns of projection, expectation, or avoidance. By severing these energetic ties, practitioners liberate themselves from the influence of past relationships, allowing them to engage with others from a place of authenticity and openness. This freedom fosters healthier, more meaningful connections as it removes the barriers created by unresolved emotions or lingering attachments. Ultimately, freedom from the past is not merely an emotional release, it is a profound transformation of how you relate to life. It enables practitioners to live with greater awareness and intentionality, unencumbered by the echoes of old wounds or the weight of past mistakes. In achieving this freedom, individuals align with the Toltec ideal of personal liberation, stepping into a life that is rooted in the present and open to the infinite possibilities of the future. At the heart of the Toltec practice of recapitulation lies the journey back to the authentic self. In a world shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, and emotional entanglements, the true self often becomes obscured. Layers of conditioning, unresolved pain, and adopted identities can distort an individual's sense of who they truly are, creating a disconnect between their inner essence and the life they are living. Recapitulation serves as a profound tool for peeling back these layers, allowing individuals to realign with their authentic self and embody a life of greater truth and purpose. This alignment begins with clarity. As practitioners revisit their past with conscious intent, they begin to see the ways in which external influences and unresolved emotions have shaped their beliefs, behaviors, and choices. They may recognize patterns that no longer serve them or identities they have adopted to meet others' expectations. By disentangling themselves from these influences, practitioners gain a clearer understanding of what is truly theirs, their genuine desires, values, and sense of purpose. This clarity is the foundation for reconnecting with the authentic self. Recapitulation also fosters a deep acceptance of the self. As individuals process and release the emotional residue of their past, they come to see themselves with greater compassion and understanding. The practice reveals the wholeness that has always been present beneath the layers of pain and conditioning. This self acceptance is transformative as it allows individuals to embrace both their strengths and imperfections without judgment. In doing so, they create the inner space needed to live in alignment with their true nature. Aligning with the authentic self also involves reclaiming personal power. When individuals are disconnected from their true essence, they often give away their power by conforming to external expectations or clinging to outdated roles. Recapitulation restores this power by helping practitioners recognize their autonomy and freedom to choose how they wish to live. This process empowers them to make decisions and take actions that are aligned with their inner truth rather than being driven by fear, guilt, or obligation. Finally, this alignment brings a sense of harmony and flow to life. When individuals live in accordance with their authentic self, their thoughts, emotions, and actions are congruent. They experience a deeper connection to themselves and the world around them as their inner and outer lives become a reflection of their true nature. This state of alignment allows for greater joy, creativity, and resilience as individuals navigate life with a sense of purpose and integrity. Through recapitulation, the path to the authentic self becomes clear. It is a journey of remembering, releasing, and reclaiming, a return to the essence that has always been present but often hidden. By aligning with their authentic self, practitioners embody the Toltec principle of living with awareness and intent, stepping into a life that is uniquely and unapologetically their own. The Toltec practice of recapitulation is a profound journey of liberation, healing, and transformation. At its core, it offers a way to reclaim the energy lost to the past, dissolve emotional residue, and break free from the limitations of old narratives and attachments. By engaging in this practice, individuals are not only able to heal from their wounds, but also to realign with their authentic selves, stepping into a life of clarity, purpose, and empowerment. Recapitulation is more than a method, it is a way of being, a process of unburdening the soul and embracing the present moment with renewed vitality. It bridges the energetic and psychological realms, allowing practitioners to sever the ties that bind them to pain and rediscover the freedom to live intentionally. In doing so, they achieve a deeper connection to their personal power and the vast potential that lies within them. The transformative achievements of recapitulation are not confined to the individual. As each person reclaims their energy, finds freedom from the past, and realigns with their authentic self, they bring greater harmony to their relationships and interactions with the world itself. The practice becomes a ripple, extending its effects beyond the self and contributing to a more conscious, empowered collective. In embracing the wisdom of recapitulation, we step into a timeless Toltec truth. The path to personal liberation begins within.